नमस्ते एवरीवन। आज का टॉपिक स्टूडेंट्स के लिए तो इम्पोर्टेंट है ही, लेकिन उससे भी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट हमारे एमबीए इंस्टीट्यूशंस के लिए है, जो कि है हमारे कंट्री इंडिया में। Now, because the world has changed leaps and bounds, AI has changed the hiring, AI has changed the productivity, AI has changed communication. और अब मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन को भी चेंज कर रही है एंड इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इट डिड ऑलरेडी, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली बहुत सारे एमबीए कॉलेजेस अभी भी 2012 का सिलेबस करिकुलम हमें 2026 में पढ़ा रहे हैं। और फिर हम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि स्टूडेंट्स ग्लोबली कंपेटिटिव भी बन जाएंगे और एडवांस भी हो जाएंगे। स्टूडेंट्स पीपीटी भी बना रहे हैं, असाइनमेंट्स भी कॉपी चल रही है और प्रोजेक्ट्स भी बन रहे हैं एआई की हेल्प द्वारा, बट दिस इज जेनरेटिव एआई। और इंडस्ट्री मीनवाइल एआई टूल से बिजनेसेस के प्रोजेक्ट्स रन कर रही है, बिजनेसेस की आउटकम्स को भी कंट्रोल कर रही है इन अ सर्टेन वे। So today I want to give a very practical advice to MBA institutions in India. Now, this is not a criticism, and this is just a little direction that I, as an advisor, think is important for the MBA institutions in the country. Because agar institutions adapt karenge, to they can produce the most AI-ready managers of the world in the future. So the first change is that just stop the only teaching method, the only theory method. The first change has to be MBA institutions need to reduce the excessive theory learning. देखिए, थ्योरी इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, अब कॉन्सेप्ट्स भी चलो इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, बट टुडेज कंपनीज आर हायरिंग फॉर एग्जीक्यूशन, फॉर से अडेप्टेबिलिटी, फॉर say communication, okay, and for AI collaboration for that matter, which is eventually helping out in decision making. So the students should not only learn what is marketing, what is the definition, they should also learn how marketing is changing because of AI. Now, for example, instead of writing, say, a 20-page assignment on consumer behavior, the students can be asked to say, use AI tools, analyze trends, generate campaign variations. For that matter, compare the human versus AI branding, all these kind of things. And that is future-ready learning. अब आज के स्टूडेंट्स को सिर्फ इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं चाहिए, प्लीज समझिए मेरी बात को। इंफॉर्मेशन तो चैट जीपीटी 5 सेकेंड्स में दे देता है, जेमिनाई दे देता है, तो फिर क्लासरूम की वैल्यू क्या होनी चाहिए? इमेजिन थिंकिंग, एप्लीकेशन, पर्सपेक्टिव, one-on-one understanding each other. So they need that kind of interpretation, that kind of application, the kind of strategy, the ethics, the creativity. Now, this second major point is that AI should not be optional as a subject. AI should be a part of every specialization. And yes, that is really important. And this is where the institutions need that kind of right vision. Now, for example, say HR specialization, and if somebody is actually studying the elective of HR, you can teach them like AI recruitment systems. You can teach AI resume building and employee analytics, the AI interview assistance, or maybe a workplace automation ethics. All these things can be done with the HR students, because future ready managers who are in HR will really not manage human beings alone. They're going to be handling intelligent work systems also. And these are going to be the AI driven institutions and AI driven systems. Now, for example, you have a marketing specialization. Okay. So marketing students should learn, say, AI content generation, or maybe AI, optimization, ad optimization, consumer prediction behavior kind of a thing, or maybe an AI video generation, something like that. Okay. So AI branding, analytics, these kind of subjects should be taught to students than just pure mechanics of what is marketing, etc. So today, one smart marketer can become, relevant for 5 people. But that also means that this should not scare the institutions. And when I say that, because these organizations are also going to scale up 500 times. So they need the AI people who can run AI systems, and the requirement of such people is also going to grow eventually. So it goes hand in hand. Now, for example, say a finance specialization, the financial terms, the students should learn the jargons, the AI in risk analysis, or maybe a fraud detection, an automated forecasting, or a robo-based advisory system, or a fintech in AI systems or ecosystems, because finance is becoming extremely data driven. Also imagine operation and supply chain. So operation students should study AI logistics, maybe predictive inventory, warehouse automation, or maybe smart forecasting, and AI based, information and efficiency management systems. Like Amazon global already AI हो चुके हैं, but MBA classrooms cannot remain the same usual thinking spaces जहाँ पर AI का यूज ही नहीं हो रहा है, because industry has already moved ahead. अब क्वेश्चन ये है क्लासरूम कितना अहेड मूव हो सकता है, और कैसे हम वो यंग एआई मैनेजर्स दुनिया में प्रमोट कर सकते हैं. एंड इमेजिन द सेम थिंग हैपेंस विद द स्पेशलाइजेशन ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप मैनेजमेंट. ठीक है, तो इसमें एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप स्टूडेंट्स शुड लर्न हाउ टू बिल्ड एआई स्टार्टअप्स using AI techniques for modeling a personal brand, or maybe AI business models, or maybe scaling and content creation using the AI sales method. Because आज एक founder with AI tools can compete with a full-fledged company, right? And this reality must be discussed very, very openly. It'll help the youth, because if we become the biggest in the country, we are the biggest youth population in the world. So the third important reform, MBA projects and assignments need to be completely redesigned. Now, students should stop submitting copied PDFs, ekdam repetitive reports, theoretical surveys, which nobody reads. We don't want to read those out of you. Everybody is giving that to us. Instead, create industry simulation, assignments. For example, build an AI assisted marketing campaign, for example. Um, Create a startup using 5 AI tools. Make AI based HR workflow kind of a thing. Okay. Now, create a business dashboard, conduct AI ethics analysis, and most importantly, assessment should include how students think altogether, not only how students will write, because AI can write, but leadership, vision, decision making, negotiation, empathy, these are still human strengths, and we really need to work around those and hone those skills. And now, one slightly uncomfortable but very necessary conversation: the cost of MBA education. Yes, my dear friends, the most important question of the day. Today, many MBA programs are charging about 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, even 30 lakhs plus for an international exposure kind of an MBA program. But institutions now need to ask themselves really honestly, is the value addition matching the exact cost of the course program? Because students today are not only paying the fee, they are investing time, their youth, the emotional pressure, and sometimes the family savings to an extent, and future expectations are also involved with them. And in the AI era, students can learn many technical and business tools independently online. So MBA institutions, can no longer justify the fee only through classrooms, or maybe the printed notes, the outdated assignments, or theoretical lectures which are longer than 2 hours. The value proposition must become stronger, like very, very strong. And institutions must provide AI integrated industry exposure, like global simulations, real consulting projects, startup incubations, like AI labs all over, portfolio development, the leadership training, and communication mastery, and a genuine employability enhancement programs, which are really connected to AI. Because if a student really spends 20 lakhs but graduates with outdated skills, like total low confidence, poor crap communication skills, and no readiness at all, then somewhere the education system must introspect. And students are becoming smarter consumers of education over and over every day. वो सिर्फ डिग्री नहीं देखेंगे यार, वो आउटकम देख रहे हैं, and they really want good results out of it. They want to squeeze the entire fruit and go for the sugar altogether. So in the coming years, students will not ask, what is the campus size. They will simply ask you, how future ready will I become after I spend my year here? And honestly, that is the right question. And this is exactly why faculty training and institutional modernization become even more important. You cannot create AI ready students with AI unaware coaching systems, teaching systems, mentorship programs. These all need to be, coagulated and rather amalgamated with the right kind of AI. So the institutions should regularly train the professors in AI, in digital tools, in modern business ecosystems, startup culture, and say industry trends. And honestly, some classrooms need less dictation and more discussion on these subjects, less outdated case studies, and more current business analysis. Students today are fast learners. उनको मैनेजमेंट चाहिए, उनको रेलिवेंस चाहिए, थोड़े में उनको ज़्यादा आउटकम आउटपुट चाहिए, वैल्यू चाहिए, not just attendance. Because presence in the classroom does not automatically mean that you're preparing them for a life. So India is the world's largest youth population. और अगर हमने MBA एजुकेशन को AI के अकॉर्डिंग रीडिजाइन कर दिया, तो India becomes the leader in the AI economy of the world. And imagine this when I say it. I mean, just resonate it with you that this transformation does require a very long term courage and commitment from the institutions. These should not be cosmetic changes. Bada campus khada kar diya. The change should be real, because future managers will not compete only with other humans. They will compete with automations, with AI systems, and global digital talent. So we need to keep our managers really, really ready for all of that. So MBA colleges must ask themselves a real question. Are we preparing students for exams or for the future? Because the future of MBA graduates will not be valued because they memorize theories. They will be valued because they can think better, they can adapt faster, and work intelligently with AI. And institutions that understand this early will shape the next generation of grand leaders. The rest may simply become outdated. Thank you so much for watching. And if you believe management education needs transformation, do share this video with educators, institutions, and MBA students. I would genuinely love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please do mention.